Alright, so Warcraft Gold League 2019. 16 participants, 4 humans, 4 orcs, 2 undeads, and 6 night elves. For the human race we have Chemiko, Imphi, Sock, and TH000. So pretty much the best humans except Romantic. So yeah. Fly 100%, focus, lean, and cash for the orcs. And again, the best orcs are all here. 120 and happy for the undeads, and again, the best undeads are all here. And for the night elf, we have colorful, low light, live, moon, OC, and hunter, who's replacing Cruncher, who won the American qualifier but didn't attend, will not attend the final stages. So once again it's gonna be Hunter. So it should be 5 humans and 5 night elves, but because of Cruncher not participating, it's gonna be 4 humans and 6 night elves. And all the best night elves are there as well. Only Foggy is missing, so he didn't qualify. So I feel like the 2 players that are not participating here that would be interesting to see are Romantic and Foggy for sure. But Foggy didn't perform well enough and he was not in great shape. Now it's interesting to see the group stages. Each group has 4 players, and as usual there's gonna be semifinals, winners finals, and then the losers rounds. So there isn't any point system. Very often I like qualifiers because in qualifiers very often there are point systems, which means everyone plays everyone, which I think is the best way to determine who are the best players, if everyone plays everyone. But of course it takes a lot of time, so this winner bracket and losers bracket system is faster. So in the group A we have Imphi versus OC, which is gonna be an easy 2-0 for Imphi, I think. Then anything can happen, but I would be very surprised if it's not a 2-0 or a 2-1 for Imphi. But the other match is gonna be Low Light versus 120. And I have no idea who's gonna win this one. Hello Sendo. When did you become VIP, by the way? Don't remember about that. Low Light versus 120. I think I don't know, I have no idea. It can be 2-0 for Low Light, 2-0 for 120, can be 2-1 for... Absolutely no idea who's gonna win this one. The level is similar. One of the best Night Elves in the world. One of the best undeads in the world. It's 2, it's 120 and happy. And it's debatable who's gonna be better, so Low Light can win, 120 can win, so I have no idea. So the losers round is gonna be OC. Almost for sure, not for sure, but almost for sure. OC is gonna be in the losers round. Again, one between Low Light and 120. Oh, and by the way, you don't see I'm in front of the bracket here, so if you're following what I'm saying, I would say encourage you to open liquipedia.net, go to liquipedia.net Warcraft, and go to upcoming tournaments. It's kind of easy to find it, and then WGL Summer, so you can see the group stages, which will happen tomorrow, by the way. I think it's tomorrow morning, so it makes sense to make this preview right now. So you can just follow my words and hear my words, but if you have the, I think if you have the bracket in front of you, it's gonna be easier. So the losers round is gonna be, I think, OC versus one between Low Light and 120. And in both cases, maybe OC could beat Low Light in Mirror. It's possible, while I don't think it's gonna beat 120. So it kinda has to hope that 120, that Low Light knocks out 120, because then in Night of Mirror anything can happen. Even though Low Light is pretty strong in Night of Mirror, but I think in Night of Mirror with Huntresses, anything can happen. So, and I think who loses the first loses round is out, right? So it's gonna be out. So I think in the end it would be Infi in the winners finals beating OC, and then let's say 120 wins. Let's say 120 wins and goes to the winner finals against Infi. I think 120 is gonna beat Infi, and it's gonna be the first qualified. But Infi could win as well. So it's all about the ifs. This group is actually very open because Infi, Low Light, 120, they can all beat each other. So this group is very open. And the losers bracket will be something like OC versus Low Light. Let's say Low Light is gonna win. And then, but it could be 120 as well, like I said before. Let's imagine it's Low Light, and Low Light is gonna beat OC in the losers bracket, and then there's gonna be a losers final against Infi, and that's gonna be very interesting. I think Infi is gonna win, and it's gonna be the second qualified. So in the end, I think Infi and 120 will qualify for Group A. Infi and 120, but I give a lot of chances to Low Light as well, especially if Low Light beats 120 in the first match and it goes directly into the winners finals. The thing is, how good is Low Light against Infi? That's the thing. Sendo says, Happy beat Infi, Focus and Low Light a couple times 3 days ago. And become this first, what do you think about event finals? Could be in top 4 at least. Happy's group like a hell. I don't know about Happy because the replays that I saw a couple months ago, he always getting wrecked by anyone. Always losing to Infi, lost to Low Light in the show match. So I didn't check the replays that you're talking about. So if you beat them a few days ago, do you have the link to these replays? If you beat them a few days ago, then everything can happen. So I have a question for you. Where did he beat them? Did he beat them offline? It's like he's in China and easy practicing against these guys. offline, or easy beating them online on NetEase? I mean, you said NetEase, but is he practicing, or is he already in China practicing with perfect ping? Or he won from Russia? That's my question. Yeah, but where is he now? I mean, the games that he won, he was still in Russia or was he in China? Because if he won from Russia, then it's even better, because with the ping it's even harder. And also, you beat them a couple times. I mean, Happy can beat anyone. There's no problem if I mean, these guys can all defeat them a couple times. But in a best of 3, best of 4 is different. And it's map dependent, so we have to see the map as well. We have to consider that. But we will talk about Happy as soon as we reach his group. So far I'm gonna go on with Group B, C, and D, because Happy is in Group D. Then Group B, okay, maybe Group B is the less hard, okay? Actually, there is not a single easy group. All of the groups are hard here because we have the best players in the world. But Group B, we have Focus, Cash, TH000 and Colorful. So Colorful and Cash are like a little bit weaker than Infi, Lowlight, 120, Lean, Happy, Moon. So I think this is gonna be, I'm not sure if this is gonna be the easiest group, but because Group C we have Hunter and Chemico. Well, anyways, let's start. Focus versus Cash is gonna be easy 2-0 for Focus, okay? Period. 2-0 Focus. I will be very surprised if Cash takes even one map. So 2-0 Focus. Then we have TH000 versus Colorful 2-0. 2-0 TH. Maybe it's gonna be 2-1, but TH is gonna win. So winner finals is gonna be Focus versus TH. And I don't know who's gonna win this. I don't know, because Focus, if Focus decides to play, it's pretty sick versus Human. So I don't know. I'm gonna go for TH. So I'm gonna say TH first qualified of Group B. Focus is gonna be in the losers final. The losers round 1 is gonna be, let's say, Cash versus Colorful, and I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea, because Colorful pretty sick versus Orc. I'm still gonna go for Colorful. I think Cash will not advance. So Colorful versus Focus in the losers final. And I don't know. I kind of hope for Focus. I would like to see Focus winning. I think for how well he's performing online in his career, he kind of deserves to reach the final stages of a big tournament. So I'm gonna root for Focus, but Colorful might actually win. So let's say I'm gonna root for Focus as first qualified. I want it to be TH. Second, I want him to be Focus, because it's gonna be spectacular, but I give a lot of chances to Colorful actually. I think Colorful has solid chances to pass as the second qualified. But Focus is a stronger player, so if Focus performs as he knows, he should be the second qualified. Okay, thank you for the replay, Sendo. I will check the link, and maybe, if possible, I will even commentate that. Oh shit, I can't click the link now because it's on my second screen. so I have to copy. Info replace 22533. 22533, okay. Let's check. Replace number 22533. Infi versus Happy on Eco Isles. Wait, isn't this upload date 18/6? Alright, he beat him like... Oh, and then there's another game on Terra Stand. So Group C, we have Moon, Hunter, Chemico, and Fly. Moon versus Hunter, easy 2-0. I mean, okay. Close Warcraft 3. Let's open just to create some background, because it looks better with the Warcraft 3 in the background. So Moon versus Hunter is going to be an easy 2-0. Chemico versus Fly, I don't know. This is another one of those matches that it's 50-50. I'm gonna go for Chemico. Even though it usually doesn't really advance in the group stages. Actually, I think Fly's gonna win. And we're gonna have Moon versus Fly, and I think Moon is gonna win. So Moon is gonna be the easy first qualified. And we're gonna have Hunter versus Chemico, and Chemico is going to win. And then again it's gonna be Chemico versus Fly in the losers final. And Fly is gonna win. So I think the first qualified is gonna be Moon, the second is gonna be Fly, maybe Chemico. Maybe Chemico could surprise me. I will be surprised, but it's possible. While I give almost 0 chances to Hunter. So I give 30-35% chances, maybe even 40% chances to Chemico to advance. Moon is gonna advance for sure. And Fly, I give him a solid 60% chances to advance. Even though I don't know how well is Fly performing recently. But usually, when it matters, when the tournament is important, he does pretty well. So I give him 60%. And then we have Group D. Lin versus Happy. Then we have Life and Sock. So I think this is the second strongest group. The first strongest group is... The strongest is the first one. Infi, Low Lie at 120 and OC. But Group D, Lin, Happy, actually I think this is the strongest maybe. Because, I mean, in Group A we have Infilo Light and 120, but then you have OC, which is kind of the weakest link of this group. On paper, at least on paper, talking about history, results and everything. Then you have to see, because it depends on the day how well the players are performing. But Group D, there is not a single weak link, because each one of these 4 players in Group D is strong as fuck. Lin, Happy, Life and Sock. All of these players are strong as fuck. I mean, Sock used to be considered like a weak link, but it's not anymore because of his recent performances. He's been playing amazing, defeated Moon in some tournament. Sock is one of the best humans in the world recently. So he can beat anyone, he can lose to anyone, but he can beat anyone. Lin is Lin. Happy is the best in Europe, and everyone wants to see him. And Life is fucking strong. Life is that player that you can just go out, but he never goes below a certain level. He's always beats Hawk, pretty much, a lot of times. I don't know recently, because recently I didn't check any replay, so I'm talking about a couple months ago, but I mean, Life is a very strong player. Certainly one of the best night elves. I would say the best night elf in the world is Moon. Second is gonna be Low Light. Third is Foggy. And then Life. So I put him like, I think Life is the fourth night elf player in the world. First is Moon, yeah. Second Low Light for sure. Third Foggy, and fourth Life. Lin versus Happy. Yeah, Group D is a joke. Yeah, but like I said, Sendo, you have 16 players. All of these players are fucking strong. So it's hard to find it's impossible to find an easy group. It's impossible, and we don't have Foggy, and there's no Romantic. Just imagine if there's Romantic, which is Romantic is, in my opinion, the best human in the world currently. I will go as far as saying that I think is TH and Romantic are the best humans in the world at the moment. My Romantic is just insane. For micro timings, understanding of the game, and is very young. So not as young as Linguagua and Hug, but no, I don't know how old is Hug. He looks younger than he is, but I think he's 23, right? I'm not sure. So basically, these 16 players are already sick, but a lot of great players are missing, like Romantic, first, Foggy, second, Hawk, WFG, and maybe I forgot about other players, but so it's impossible to have an easy group. You can't have an easy group. I mean, basically the groups that are considered easier are the groups where the Americans are. The group of OC and the group of Hunter. But all the other groups are super hard. So Lin versus Happy, I think is gonna be a 2-0 for Lin. Honestly, I think Lin is gonna win 2-0. Maybe it could be a 2-1, but I don't think so. I think I'm gonna go for a 2-1 for Lin. 2-1 for Lin, just like it happened in the Blizzard event where Lin won 2-1. But I think Lin is the kind of player that will adapt and will develop different strategies. So I'm sure he's gonna have some new strategy, some different strategy to apply against Happy. So I think he's gonna get a 2-0. It's gonna be a 2-0 for Lin, but maybe with Micro, Happy can get one map. So to be safe, I'm gonna say 2-1, but I will be very surprised if Happy wins that. I will be very surprised. It's possible, he can do that for sure, but I think it's gonna be Lin 2-1 or 2-0 in the winners finals. Life versus Sock, I don't have an idea. Life versus Sock, I really don't have an idea. I don't have any element to make a judgment because I never saw Life versus Sock. Or maybe I did, but I don't really remember. so I don't have enough elements to predict anything. To me it's 50-50. Maybe, according to the recent results of the most important tournaments, I remember seeing the name of Sock more often than Life, so I would go for Sock, but I don't know. It can be a 2-0 for Sock, it can be a 2-0 for Life. This can be everything, really. So I think it's gonna be map dependent, day dependent. I'm gonna go for Sock, but Life could win as well. It's 50-50. So if Sock wins and goes into the winners finals against Lin, we're gonna have a losers round with Happy and Life. And I think Life is gonna win. I think Happy will not beat Life. He lost 3-0 in the Matcherino tournament, but it was online, I think. Night Elf is super strong versus Undead, and that is a very important factor to consider. So Night Elf with the mass air strategy. I don't know if it's in the new patch though. Keeper is definitely not as strong as before. I don't know, I didn't watch the recent replays if they changed the meta or what. I think if the meta is always the same, Keeper and Fairies and Air, I think Life is gonna win versus Happy. But if we are back to Demon Hunter and Panda, then I think Happy is gonna win with Micro, even though I remember very well at Matcherino, Life defeating 3-0 Happy with Demon Hunter and Panda. So Life is a strong Demon Hunter and Panda player, so he can win with both styles. I'm gonna go for Life. If Happy goes against Life, I'm gonna go for Life. I think Life is gonna win. But like I said before, Life could lose to Sock in the first match. And if Sock faces Happy, I think Happy is gonna win. Because Happy is very strong against humans, and Sock is not Infi, Sock is not TH000. I don't know how solid his expansion play is against Undead. Happy is very good at knocking down expansions, so, and one base versus one base, Undead is always the upper hand against humans. So if the losers round is Happy versus Sock, I think Happy is gonna win. Then in the winner finals, Lin is gonna defeat Life, so we're gonna have potentially, I think at some point, unless Happy beats Lin, okay, unless Happy beats Lin in the first match, which I think is very unlikely, he's gonna have to face one between Life and Sock at some point. So even if Happy beats Sock in the losers round, he still has to face Life in the losers final, and he's gonna have a hard time. So in the end, to make it short, I think the first qualified of Group D is gonna be Lin, and the second qualified I think is gonna be Life. I think it's gonna be Life. Because I think Happy is gonna knock down Sock at some point. I think Happy is gonna defeat Sock. Whether it's in the winner finals or whether it's in the losers finals or in the losers round 1, I think at some point Happy will defeat Sock. So I don't think Sock can qualify here because his matchup versus Undead, I'm not sure about that. And Happy is very good against humans, so I think Happy will beat Sock at some point, but I think at some point Happy will lose to Life and or Lin. So I think the first qualified is gonna be Lin and the second is gonna be Life. If there was no Happy, I would go for Sock as a second qualified, but because there is Happy, the undead, in this group, I think Life is gonna advance as a second. Then everything can happen. Maybe Happy beats Lin and totally surprises me. And maybe Sock plays the game of his life against Happy and beats him. I don't know. Everything is possible, but if Lin plays like he knows, if Lin plays at his usual level, he should come up as the first qualified of this group. No questions. And the second one should be Life. But if Life doesn't play Keeper of the Grove, or makes some mistakes, or doesn't play good enough, then Happy is gonna beat him, and it could be the second qualified. So to recap everything, I'm gonna go for Group A. We're gonna have Infi and 120. Group B, we're gonna have TH and Focus. Group C, we're gonna have Moon and Fly, and Group D, we're gonna have Lin and Life. But for Group A, I'm really not sure, because counting down Low Light, it sounds just bad. Counting down Low Light, it sounds so bad. But if you don't count down Low Light, then you have to count out 120 or Infi. That's also hard. It's just the nature of the group. So I'm gonna go for Infi in 120, but I really don't know, because Low Light is so strong. So anyways, that's my preview. That's my preview. But I would like to see some European advancing. So actually, I think if Happy passes Group D, that would be a lot more interesting. So, and it's possible. It's possible. But he has to do well against Life. I think versus Sock, he shouldn't have too many problems. Undead versus Human should be very easy for the Undead, but he has to do well against Life, because I don't think he can beat Lin, so he has to do well against Life. And if he advances, then it's gonna be very interesting, because in the playoff he's gonna have to face someone between, I don't know, but pretty much whether he faces Infi or Low Light or 120 or Moon or Fly or TH or Focus, it's gonna be interesting. Except Focus. Okay, Focus, we've seen him so many times, so I don't think anyone cares about watching Happy and Focus. People want to see Happy versus TH, Happy versus Infi, Happy versus Low Light, Happy versus 120 even, Happy versus Moon. I think people want to see Happy versus Moon. That's what people want to see, I think. Kinda sure about that. They want to see Happy versus Moon. It would be nice to see best of 5 instead of best of 3. I think, like, of course I understand that best of 5 takes too much time, whatever, but I think the level of players that is participating in this tournament is so high that it would be very good to watch a best of 5 even in the group stage. I think certainly people who are watching will follow that. They would watch the entire series. Maybe if we don't have time to be there, we would watch that later on. I think people would would follow that. Best of 3, I feel like it's always doesn't give you the idea who's really the best player. In some cases it does, but in matchups like low light versus 120 or I don't know, low light versus 120 or TH versus focus, for example, you want to see a best of 5. Because it could be very well a 2-3 or a 3-2. So yeah, that's my preview, and we're gonna see tomorrow if my favorites are going to advance or if there are going to be some surprises. And now it's gonna be ladder time. Ladder time!